Oh my God.
Pwede ko na palang sabihin dito lahat ng mga ng mga complaints ko.
Ito, ano na, syempre bilang na-open up na ang Beauty and the Boss. Congratulations because nabasa ko na parang ito ang most watched ngayon sa streaming kung nasaan kayo napapanood, di ba?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're very lucky and we're very blessed.
Our reaction.
Thank you for everyone that watched already.
Yes, we're just so thankful that being number one in anything is something that we really take pride in, and kasi at the end of the day we want to entertain the audience, diba? We want to entertain everybody, and being that yung parang watched so many times, and when we talk to iFlix, they keep saying like it doubles, it triples, parang it's growing exponentially, and hearing that goes to show that we are entertaining a lot of people. And on that aspect, I feel like we did a good job then. Because at the end of the day, we're just here to entertain the people.
Yes, ang galing, Yun nga, yung laging nasa trending topics kahit wala kayo sa TV. Kasi di ba usually yung mga nagte-trend, yung mga pag, real time na nanonood sa
TV. Iba na nga ngayon no?
Grabe. Pero, ito naman, para sa mga katulad ko, sabi ko kay Gino kanina na sinadya ko talaga na before this, wag munang mag-watch ng kahit anong episode except for the trailer kasi para may surprise factor pa rin. And I'm sure meron din mga pepsters na baka hindi pa nakaka-catch ng first episode. So, tungkol ba saan ang Beauty and the Boss?
Yeah, so Beauty and the Boss, we tried to deviate from the usual boy meets girl aspect, but then what we wanted to do is to give a more realistic take on how maybe a businessman, a young businessman, how he meets the girl of his dreams, and she has her own thing going on, and then with two different paths staying like because they have two different dreams, two different paths, and it comes to a crossroad in which they have to choose, and that's the whole concept of how they will pull and how they will push, and how the universe comes together or sometimes rips them apart. So it's a very realistic take on how things are, especially in a business setting, because there's so many people now, that so many employed people that can really relate to this na that their boss is someone that's very that is normal, hindi siya yung parang very strict all the time, but a human being also. And on the version of Stella, Elise's character, we wanted to make her very three-dimensional. Like, she has her own dreams, her own problems, her own direction where she wants to go, and she gets to decide what she gets to choose. And that's basically the whole concept of Beauty and the Boss.
Mm-hmm. Ayun, ang ganda. Grabe, ang ganda din ng pagkakakwento ni Gino, Very, talagang, alam mo, as in, this is really your, project, ganon. O mamaya pag-uusapan natin.
The story was with us for a year and a half. So we're just so excited now.
It's from him talaga. Kaya naman ang pag-share niya ng story, very passionate at galing sa puso niya.
Yeah, kasi this story kasi has been with us for a long time, and it's something that I really wanted it done, but I wanted it done a certain way kasi. So parang we had to wait and make sure everything was perfect and lined up, and it just so happened na naging pandemic, so we had to adjust. But then we're just so thankful that Elise and everybody else were hopped on board and trusted us fully. So yeah.
Ayun. So, Elise, ikaw ang the perfect beauty for the boss. Na Stella.
I'm thankful to do something like this, especially ngayong pandemic. And also kasi what's nice about Beauty and the Boss is instead of hearing the girl's point of view, and yung girl yung naririnig mong nagse-share ng emotions niya, what she feels, how she thinks, then
Oo.
Dito, yung lalaki. So it's very unique na yung coming from a guy's point of view ang story na to.
Mhm. At Elise, tama ba ang nabasa ko, Zeno, na parang handpick talaga si Elise to be the leading lady for Beauty and the
Yeah.
Beast?
Yeah. Yes, yeah. 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 Yeah.
Ako, Elise,
Yeah.
anong feeling doon? Sa bagay, pero madami ka na rin naman kasing nagawang projects, pero ito ay na different platform and entirely
Yes.
different team naman, di ba? So,
Mhm.
kamusta na ikaw ang handpick na Stella? Tama, Stella ang character, di ba?
Well, this is new for me in terms of the platform I'll be doing it in. And syempre, I really enjoy doing rom-coms. So, etong Beauty and the Boss, very ganun yung niya yung dating niya. Very light and rom-com, tsaka malaki drama yung feel. And watching the episodes, nakaka-proud because it turned out really nice and parang mapapasmile ka lang while watching it.
Mhm. Yun nga pala, isa rin yun sa mga questions no, Gino, na parang, kasi parang yun nga, ang observation nila, medyo pattern nga for a K-drama, from a K-drama, yung treatment, ganon. So, ang galing ba, parang sakto na yung launch nito ay kainitan din ng K-drama, di ba? But this time, it's very Pinoy.
Well, kasi people, a lot of people are saying like it looks like K drama or whatnot. But then for us on our end, naman, it wasn't. We weren't really thinking of that. We were just kasi when we were thinking of this story, we wanted to bring in kasi like me and our team, we come from a different industry, so we have different ideas, something that's so new that's not usually done in the showbiz industry. And
Mhm.
from all yung mga travels ko, when we would go to different places around the world, I get pieces from their culture, how they present things, how they tell their story, everything. Like when we would go to South Africa or where it's in Switzerland, they tell their stories different there, and I would get inspiration from there and then put it in a in the Philippine setting and just revolving it around there. We wanted it to revolve around two great characters, very three-dimensional, and make them on a journey that's very realistic, not something that's out of this world na hindi mangyayari, but something that everyday people understand and everyday people will really get hooked on kasi everybody can relate to it. Everybody can relate to falling in love. Everybody can be relate being rejected and thinking, you know that feeling when you're about to text someone you like or when you're about to call that I mean like girls don't usually know this, but then when a guy usually calls or texts, he's there like with his phone ready to push that button for 30 minutes just thinking, is this it, will I do this, and then everything just goes from there. So we wanted to have that realistic feeling because that's how I grew up, and that's how I think of things, and that's what we wanted to put in the story.
Nako, parang based on personal experience pala ito, Gino, yung may
uh,
patay.
i mean I mean like sometimes, yeah, I mean yeah, a little bit, just a little.
O ikaw naman, Elise, parang anong malapit sa'yo sa character mo?
Una ko palang kasing nabasa yung character description ni Stella. Nakarelate na din ako sa kanya in some ways because she's very goal-driven. Yung pangarap niya for herself and for her family, yun yung parang um, yun yung motivation niya in life. So, yun pa lang, sobrang lapit na sa puso ko ni Stella. And also, in some of the ways na kung paano gumalaw din si Stella, ganun din, ganun, may similarities din. So, it was very close.
To you. At least, no? Ang galing. Ganun nga yung pagka-realistic niya. Ibig sabihin na parang malapit din talaga sa inyo. O, ito
Yeah.
naman. As Elise and Gino naman, no? Si Elise muna una kong tatanungin. Kamusta si Gino as your, leading
Oh,
man, number one, and number two as the producer? Anong una mong gustong sagutin? Yung as producer
Ah,
muna.
okay. Gino as a producer, he's very I'd say he wants to syempre naman siguro naman sa lahat din ng producers, they're very they want to get things done and lagi
Ah,
silang tutok sa nangyayari sa set. So um napanood ko si Gino na during set kasi he's the actor and he's also the producer. So dalawa yung ginagawa niyang job. So it was nakakabilib kasi nga ang hirap nun kasi being an actor alone, you have so many things to think about. Tapos yung
correct.
meron ka pang isipin sa technicalities of how things are going. Parang extra effort yun talaga. So, yun, nakita ko how he was so hands-on with everything. Um, lagi na ding check how the people are and lagi ding kailangan ayos lahat, kailangan on time lahat. So, I think that's what really, I mean, every producers naman siguro ganun. But yeah, it was harder for him lang dahil nga dalawa yung job niya during set. I mean during while on set.
Mhm. O, ito na. As your leading man, your co-actor, pakita natin ang reaction ni Gino. Charot. Habang pinakikinggan. O, Elise.
oh my
Ha,
God.
pwede ko na palang sabihin dito lahat ng mga ng mga complaints ko.
Complain.
Oh my God, complete. Oh.
Na joke lang. Si Gino, ako kasi I always like working with new people. So dami kong natututunan sa kanila and I like to observe them. So si Gino, in fairness naman, he's very caring to his
Uh,
co-actor. So sa akin, lagi din siyang nag-check if how I am while working. Hindi nawawala yun. And yun nga, laging, lagi niya akong ino-offeran ng food. So, okay yun. Okay yun talaga. As a coworker, kailangan yun.
correct.
Number one yun. Hindi, pero yun nga, other than that, yun lang naman talaga yung gugustuhin mo sa katrabaho mo na they're very thoughtful and caring, very sensitive of your feelings. So wala ka naman ng ibang i-ask in terms of like working together, very very easy to work with. Wala naman akong masasabi ding iba.
Ito na turn mo na, Gino. Paano mo naman to describe si Elise? Well, bukod sa sinasagot niya ang iyong 50 questions every day.
I know. Yeah. Well, before this project, I didn't know Elise personally. I was just a fan of her work, diba?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that she would be, very picky on things. So we were really trying to we prepared for her. No, parang, what if she only eats like this? What if, kasi, like when we would shoot other celebrities like abroad, like we shot the celebrity abroad, like parang they had to have only vegetables or something. So we were thinking something like that.
Oo.
And then when I got to know Elise, kasi parang, I mean, aside from her being very beautiful, diba? Just one of the prettiest faces here, diba?
Yeah.
She's very caring naturally, and she makes sure that everybody, as what I know, she always makes sure that we're okay, and she's very open, and she's very caring. She's such a very caring person, talaga, and because of that, everybody gravitates towards her, and being her co-actor here, I mean, I can't ask for anything more. I mean, she's just an amazing person. And once you get to know her pa, parang she's very open, she's very, and she's kind of shy, I feel. But then, she has a certain, she's very witty. She's very witty. Um, she'll say things at the right time, and matatawa ka. And she's very observant too. Very, very observant. She would notice things that I wouldn't notice. And I mean, like, I didn't know that I would just randomly sing on set. Like, I would just hum. I never knew that about myself. And Elise told that to me, right? So
Mhm.
parang it's she's very observant, and she looks out for people, and she could see your emotions just by looking at you. Then she kind of gauges it from there, and that's what makes her such a unique person, very unique person, and a very lovely person to be with.
Ayun naman, Elise. O, di ba? Parang ano naman.
Naman.
Bawing-bawi sa compliment itong
Oo nga
dalawa
eh.
ko, ha? Grabe. Super
Thank you,
ano.
thank
Kaya naman siguro ganun ang kinalabasan din nung tuwing manonood ang viewers nyo ng Beauty and the Boss. Kasi ang ganda nung working relationship naman pala din talaga off-cam.
Of
Yeah.
course.
O, Gino, ano na lang. Ito naman, parang your first venture sa kanina kasi producing mas ang pinag-uusapan, yung acting. Parang kamusta? Bilang ito ang first mo.
Well, kasi the character of Rafa kasi is kind of close to who I am in real life. Maybe it just take away one or two things, it would just kind of be who I am as a person. Na parang, a businessman who's very young, who's out there to be, more successful, trying to be better than who he was yesterday. And then because the character of Rafa kasi, since he's been working his whole life, he doesn't have yung barkada, he doesn't go out so much, he
Mhm.
doesn't drink, and because of that, parang when he sees someone that he likes, all of a sudden he can't seem to talk. Kasi parang he's never had that, barkada, very sociable and stuff like that. Rafa doesn't have that. And me personally, that's kind of who I am also. So parang um, it kind of swacked into who I am. But
Yeah.
it also helped a lot that, Elise would like give me some tips here and there on how to do things. And yeah, and because of that, I had such a fun time. It was such a fun set. It was very stressful in the sense that, with the whole COVID thing. But then what was nice is when we were able to book the entire resort, everything became much easier. And because of that, it made such a good series.
Yes. Oo, na na-overcome yung parang challenges ng pandemic. Kasi ang hirap, di ba, with all the new protocols and everything. Yung parang hindi kasi, although ang dami nagsasabi na parang better siya, pero hindi kasi tayo sanay. Dahil first time lahat, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
O ayun, ikaw naman, Elise. Kasi super tuloy-tuloy na yung projects mo without na parang permanent love team. No? Which is nakakatuwa kasi talagang although magaling ka naman na talaga dahil pinalalabas ulit ang The Good Son. Nakikita naman doon. Pero parang mas nahuhone ba ngayon since syempre parang wala na sa love team. Although may mga love stories pa rin. Pero parang kahit sino pwede mo na maka-work.
I feel like experience talaga is the key para, alam mo yun, mag-improve sa craft. So, I think yung experience, yun yung nakakatulong sa akin. And now, working, as an individual, I get to work with different people. And ang maganda doon is, ang dami ko ring natututunan sa kanila na iba't iba. Kasi everybody brings something different to the table. So, lagi akong merong nakukuha sa kanila na different techniques man in terms of acting or different ways of working in terms of like paano makikooperate sa ibang tao, yung ganon. So laging merong akong natututunan. Yun siguro yung pinaka gusto ko sa pagtatrabaho with different people.
Mhm. Kasi yung MMK mo, di ba, with Richard, yun
Yes.
talaga, parang grabe
Yeah.
doon, nag-shine talaga.
Thank you. Ay, yun nga nakakatuwa din kasi because I work with different people, somehow it helps with my acting.
Mhm. Pero paano kapag biglang gawin ng Elise and Gino ang permanent love team pala. Wow, permanent. Hindi naman super permanent. Pero yung mas constant na yung pag-work nyo sa isa't isa.
Ako,
Yeah, why
like I
not?
said, kasi yun nga, I enjoy working with different people and solo man na project or like with if we'll be working again, then we'll see. Pero yun nga, siguro di na lang like as a love team because it's such a pressure pag you belong in a, alam mo yun, in a permanent love team.
Ah,
Very
Yeah.
very iba talaga. But
mhm.
working with people is good.
Ayun. Ikaw din, Gino, gano'n.
Well, for me naman, depends. Depends how things go out, diba? Kasi, as a producer or as an actor, I think naman it would make sense. If it makes sense, then I don't see why not. But yeah, as what Elise said, there are positive and negatives coming with the whole permanent love team
Mhm.
situation. But on my end naman, let's see where it would take us. Kasi, so many things can happen, diba? I mean, who knew that 2020 would be like this, diba?
Correct.
So anything can happen. So for me, it's just um, very open. The doors are wide open, and we'll see. We'll see where the wind takes us.
Mhm. O ito, parang lang, fun lang sa inyong dalawa, no? Sino pa yung mga gusto niyo maka-work na parang hindi niyo pa
Na,
nakaka-work? O si Elise
ah,
muna.
Elise muna.
sino? Ang dami eh. Ang dami naman din kasing magagaling sa industry natin. Um, but, dami. Sino ang sisimulan ko? Sige. Magne-name ako ng siguro, like for example, si Ate Bea Alonzo. I'd like to
Hmm.
work with her. Si Miss Yula Valdez, I already got to work with her sa The Good Son. Pero syempre, ibang magkaiba kasi yung mga storyline namin.
Oo.
So I'd like to also work with her kasi sobrang bata pa lang ako, hinahangaan
Mas
ko na siya.
nawala.
Yes. And sino pa ba? Si Kuya Jericho Rosales, he's such a good actor. So, it would be a privilege na maka-work sila someday. Ayun.
Mhm.
Yun yung mga a couple of people I'd like to work with.
Ayun. So sa'yo? Bea, Yula, and Jericho. So compare,
Yeah.
paano kung Jericho and Elise pa lang susunod? No? Bongga.
Compare,
Diba?
ewan ko lang. Pero in terms of acting-wise, gusto ko kasing matuto from them also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Si Gina naman, bilang ikaw ay
Mm.
first mo and ang dami pang pwedeng mangyari, sabi nga natin. So who knows? Sino kung sino mga next?
Well, I guess well, to work with maybe like someone like a Richard Gomez,
Mhm.
someone like that would be very interesting. Um, I think who else? Maybe uh, who else is there? A lot, as what Elise says, a lot. But maybe like maybe if the opportunity opened up, maybe someone like Jane De Leon, or maybe like a Barbie Imperial, or
Mhm.
um A lot. I mean, like, I've so many people, so many opportunities. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Mhm.
Everybody's just friends and stuff like that.
Yes. Ako, very exciting ang ano. Sana tuloy-tuloy din ang pag-enter mo na sa acting. Slash
Let's see.
produce.
Let's see. Let's see what's going to happen.
Ano bang gusto, ako nagtanong, ano bang gusto mo, acting, mag deep dive into acting or producing?
Ah, oof.
Extra
If I were to pick
question.
one,
Ang hirap.
Extra
if I were
question.
to pick one, like if maybe if the story is like super nice and parang I'm not fit to play the part, I wouldn't mind producing. I really wouldn't mind producing. But if the character itself is so good, I might just delve into acting. It really kind of swings both ways, eh. But
Yeah.
then if the opportunity presents itself, I would produce it, and then secondary, I would act in it. Diba? We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. So many things.
Oh,
Okay.
pasado ba, Elise? Ang answer mo.
Okay. Next
Okay.
question.
Uy, ito, kasi ang isa pa sa mga observations, ang liit talaga ng mundo ng showbiz, no? Kasi
Yeah.
pareho kang galing ng PBB, although different batches, pero kayo ang magkasama sa project ngayon, di ba?
Yeah.
Na super nakakatawa na parang magkasunod ba ang season nyo? 7 ka, di ba, Elise? Tapos 8 si Gino. So, tama. One season.
Yeah.
Hindi ko na maalala. Lucky season 7 kasi kami.
Oo, tas 8
So,
sila
the year
Gino.
after sila Gino.
Mhm.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hindi
Pinag-uusapan
ba
nga namin yung mga experiences namin sa set when it
Yeah.
comes to PBB.
Oh, ayan na.
Mhm.
I-chika nyo lang dito, ng parang ano ba yun? Yung mga parang, kung makaka-meet kayo uli or makaka-work ng isang PBB alum na hindi nyo kabatch. Tapos mag-share ng stories about your experiences. Kasi hindi naman pare-pareho per batch, di ba? Ano yun? Parang ano yung mga hindi nyo makakalimutan na ma-share nyo talaga pagka na parang, oh, ito nga sa batch ko, ganun yung nangyari sa amin.
Um, sabi ko kasi sa kanya, yung sa batch namin kasi, we had a lot of fun kasi iba-iba kami ng locations. So, nagsimula kami sa Vietnam, and then, nauwi sa Pilipinas, but then we were also able to go to Hong Kong dahil nga nag-Hong Kong Disneyland. So,
Oh.
parang di kami masyadong nalungkot dahil nakakulong. Kasi nga, we had a lot of iba-ibang locations.
Mm-hmm. So, yun ang memorable sa'yo, Elise. Na ano,
Mm-mm.
hindi kayo na-stuck. Parang magpalipat.
Yes.
Oo nga, kasi sa ibang bansa
Iba-iba
nga.
itsura. Doon kami nag-start. Though yung inside, syempre mukha naman ding bahay, pero I mean iba yung bahay ni Kuya dun sa Vietnam, iba yung bahay ni Kuya dito sa Pilipinas. So okay din kasi iba yung scene, iba yung nakikita. Yeah.
Sa'yo naman, Gino, ano ang pinaka-ikikwento mong memorable PBB experience?
Yung pinaka-memorable for me kasi, it was the whole block wars. Kasi at that point, parang what that task did was parang drive everybody at their core. Na parang you're presented something and your very raw self comes out. And I mean, it was just blocks, diba? But parang
Yeah.
that whole thing that people would do something that would, that could, jeopardize another thing, and could potentially be bad for other people. But then, kasi in that whole task, you have a choice. Eh. It's either you do this or do that. And so it brings you to your raw core. Eh. Who are you as a person? And I feel like everybody's inside, whatever they were feeling inside, their very true self, parang kumbaga, kind of showed in a way, in terms of like competitive spirit, how they would do in stressful situations.
Correct.
And ganun.
Totoong-totoo naman yan at kitang-kita.
May
Kung
napanood
nap-
nga ako na episode nila
Oh,
Gino.
Oh,
Kasi
which
sabi ko sa
one?
kanya, nung una kong, kinuwento ko yun sa'yo, nung sa set, sabi ko, nung unang beses na nakuha, I was presented this project. Syempre, ni-research ko siya. Di naman kasi
Ah,
hindi ko napanood yung season nila. So, I was looking through like YouTube yata. And
oo.
then, syempre, nagtingin-tingin ako ng mga episodes. So, merong episode doon na napanood ko na merong pa, hihihi, merong pa, may pa sushi.
Ay, oo.
Panood mo din ba yun?
yeah.
Nako,
Huh?
taring. Yung pasushi
Ayun. So
daw
yun yung
Um,
napanood ko sa ano nila. Sabi ko,
sa bar.
okay.
yeah.
Dapat isang pinanood mo yung yung Block Wars. Masaya yun.
Yun, kung ano kasi yung nagpa-pop up, yun lang
Oo.
naman nakiklik ko.
Kasi parang sweet side yata yan no? Yung sushi.
Oo, baka yun yung mga
Kilig-kilig yan.
siyempre mga ni Kuya, pakilig ni Kuya.
Oo. Ito, iba. Ako, charin. Yun, pero no? Ang dami ring talagang learnings and lessons for sure paglabas ng bahay ni Kuya. Na,
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. Sobra. Ako nga, if I would be able to like go back inside also, I would still do it kasi kahit na hindi naman naging parang hindi naman talaga magiging positive yung whole stay mo dun sa loob ng bahay eh. But then ang makukuha mo na lang dun is yun ngang learnings and lessons na
Oo.
mga pabaon ni Kuya. So many things.
Ang mahirap sa Elise, yung naiwan kayo sa confession room, no? Ng isa. I forgot kung sino yung kasama mo. Tapos yung kailangan mamili kung sinong papasok or kung sino yung ma-evict. Diba?
Yes. Yun ang mahirap nga.
Oo. Pag
Oo nga,
na.
no?
Grabe.
True.
So, ayan. Okay yun. Speaking of lessons, dahil bilang may bagong paparating na batch, PBB Connect, na isa-isa na silang pinakikilala, di ba? Siguro, very short lang. Ano yung, advice or parang tip na mabibigay nyo for the aspiring housemates? Yung mga makakapanood pa nito. Bilang
Oo nga.
sila ng bahay pala.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited for them to just experience yung bahay ni Kuya. Sure ako mag-enjoy talaga sila sa loob. Hindi lang siya puro fun and games, may mga mahihirap din talagang mai-experience, but at the end of the day, yun lang, it's parang lagi na nilang naririnig yun, pero um yung just be yourself and mag-enjoy, wag nilang isipin yung kailangan manalo. The most important thing is they're showing their true selves and at the same time enjoying. Bonus na lang kung syempre manalo sila sa end.
Correct. Gino.
Yeah, as what Elise said, be yourself, and then if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. That's simple as that.
Mm-hmm. Short but sweet, tama. Oo. Yun naman ang talaga. Oo, di ba? Okay, ito na tayo sa last part ng ating PEP Exclusives session today. At ito ang tinatawag namin Only in PEP. So ito medyo may pag-game, pero kaya only in PEP kasi baka may mga ma-reveal kayong may mga mapa-reveal tayong secrets. Dahil kailangan aamin sa sa mga katanungan. So, ang challenge natin ngayon ay I have or I have never. So, from the title
Hirap ba yan?
challenge, lang to, 5 questions. So, syempre, aaminin nyo lang kung nagawa nyo na ba. So, I have or hindi nyo nagawa, I have never. Pero nasa sa inyo na yun kung kayo ay magiging honest.
Okay.
So, ready? I have or I have never? Okay. Ready. Okay,
Go.
first question. Ito madali lang naman. Googled yourself. I have or I have never?
I have.
Oh, Elise,
I have.
you have. O ano ang mga nakita sa Google? Ano ang mga nahanap nyo? Meron pa kayong parang crazy search na nahanap sa mga pangalan nyo nung nag-Google kayo?
Ano nga ba? Nakita ko lang mga basic info, syempre, yung mga um, yung name, age, birthday, mga ginawa na. Pero nakakatawa kasi mga like kahit yung mga ex and then mga na-link na, nandun din. Nasa Google din forever. Ayun lang, yun yung makikita ko.
Mm-hmm. O ikaw, Gino, anong nakita mo sa Google?
Well, kasi I wanted to see how things transition. Kasi before PBB, I was relatively known sa business industry, so I was known sa mga negosyo ko and stuff like that. And then it started to shift and started to grow in volume in terms of yung mga personal life. That's what si Elise also noted, na all of those things just started coming out aside from yung mga negosyo namin. So it was nice to see like the transition on how people prefer like yung personal life rather than yung mga nagawa namin.
Yun, oo,
That's
dumami
true.
na.
Yung mga nasa Google, puro ano nga rin. More on personal.
Diba?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Puro pa naman, Elise, charot. Huwag na. Okay, next, ito. Cut classes to go on a date. So, nung mga school days nyo, nag-cut para makapag-date.
I have never.
I have never. Elise, wala akong sagot. Tumawa ka lang.
Yung tawa ko. I have.
Doon muna tayo sa I have never, Gino. So, wala. Very studious naman.
Yeah. For me, no, not to go on a date. No.
Pero ibang bagay.
I was single almost my whole college life. It's kind of office, home kind of guy.
Grabe. Yun ang sipag ni Gino. Yung gano'ng very
I'm not sure
idea.
that's a good thing. I'm not sure that's a good thing. Wala masyadong social life. So,
Ito na, ang umamin na I have. So, anong ginawa mo, Elise?
Kailangan ba ng explanation to?
Sige, na lang, short. Depensahan mo na lang yung
Short.
sarili.
College ako noon and wala, feeling ko very typical na cut class ba? Hindi yata cut class ang nangyari. Break time talaga, pero na-extend. So, siguro, hindi na nakapasok. Cut class din yun. Hindi na nakapasok sa next class. Parang ganun. Or na-late. I forgot na. Basta something ganun. Tapos, magmo-mall, mag-movie.
Nako, alam na. Mga gawain
Ayun.
natin. Okay, next. Ditched a date. So, ayan. Level of ghosting, hindi sumipot sa date.
Hindi sumipot.
I
have never.
Ay, mababait. So, sinisipot ang mga date. Or tino-turn down na muna agad. Kumbaga kung hindi mo bet at niyaya ka, wala na.
Hindi, kasi parang never ko naman na-experience yung nagde-date around. So parang hindi naman magkakaroon ng chance na mag-ditch ng date. Alam mo yun?
Okay, at least. Si Gino, never.
Well, kasi almost my whole college life kasi I courted one girl and at the end, wala naman nangyari. So, wala. So, wala din. So, ganun.
Mm-hmm. Pero at least, hindi nang bitch. Naku, lalo na pag ikaw ang I have, naku, patay ka. Charot. Okay, eto, medyo may related sa Beauty and the Boss. Parang nangyari doon. based sa trailer. Fell in love at first sight. So yung mga ganyan, yung mga natutulala after makakita ng ano.
Pag ba love at first sight, talagang merong effect na yung parang nagsuslow mo at natutulala at may background music na naririnig. Ganun ba yun? Totoo ba yun? Nangyari ba yun sa totoong buhay?
Baka hindi. Pero ano, syempre yung ano talaga, yung nakita mo pa lang parang naano ka na. Na uy, may ganong factor.
Okay. I have never.
Never.
Oo, parang hindi. Parang, hindi ko lang alam. Parang hindi.
Gino, bilang character mo ang naka-experience nun.
I guess I have. But the thing is, the other person has to like you also. So parang it could just be a one-way stream, diba? So ganun. I think I have. I don't think it happened to the other person who yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pero ikaw, na-experience mo na ikaw.
I have.
Okay, eto last na to for I have or I have never. Nagpa-cute sa crush.
I have.
We all have.
We all have.
Lahat
Di
tayo.
ba parang alam naman natin, no? Parang ano naman, medyo na-watch naman namin. Charot. Pero meron ka bang ibang ano, yung may pwede kang i-share na parang experience mo na ganyan, tapos nag-work ba?
Sino ba? Sorry.
Who's gonna...
Si Gino. Gino muna.
Gino.
Hindi. Kung merong gano'n na parang paano nag-work or paano yung
ano na lang, kung ano yung pagpapakit niya na nag-work.
Yun.
Well, what I can tell you now is, I'll tell you guys in the future if it worked or not, if it's working or worked or not. So, yeah, ganon.
Okay. So, sa future na natin malalaman.
Medyo ongoing.
Okay.
Pabalikin mo daw si Gino dito sa PEP Exclusive.
Gino, babalik ka dito ha. Tapos bigyan mo kaming update.
Para sa next answer. Answer.
Elisse. Bilang proud ka, dinamay mo pa kami. We all have.
We all have eh. I don't know, feeling ko kasi naturally na nangyayari na hindi mo na alam. Sa mga babae, normal naman yun eh, na yung mga simpleng bagay na ano ba? Simpleng bagay na syempre magpapapansin. Yung gano'n, pag magkasama, magpapapansin. Pero,
like how?
Di ko na, paano ba?
Like how?
Hindi ko na
Like how?
maisip.
Sorry, extra question. Like how?
Paano ba?
Ano mga ginagawa mo dati?
Ako naman may extra question. Like how? How does, yeah.
Paano ba?
Kaya nakakuha na si Gino ng clues. Kung ano.
I'm just asking some questions.
Ano ba mga in particular? Sige, parang mga ano lang, yung hindi halata, like, I'll try to find ways to like, to talk to the person. Yung mga ganun. Yung parang wala naman ng sense na yung conversation, pero laging nagagawa ng karugtong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gino, yun isa sa mga clues. Kung ano. Parang lahat tayo nga. Tama ka naman. We all have. We all have. Pagdating sa ganyan. Just to keep the conversation going.
Meron bang hindi?
Okay, so guys, ito na kasi bilang forever naman na nandyan ang Beauty and the Boss and forever siyang mapapanood yata ng ating patrons sa inyong streaming site. No? So, ipitahan niyo na ang ating Pepsters to watch your series. Sino mauna?
Elise, you wanna go first?
Sige, ako na lang.
Oh, me?
Ako na lang. Hi, mga ka-Pepsters! Sana po, kung hindi nyo pa napapanood ang Beauty and the Boss, mapapanood nyo yan sa iFlix. So, you can go on the website or you can download the app of iFlix. And doon nyo mahahanap ang Beauty and the Boss episodes 1 to 4 is already up. And every Friday po ang aming new episodes. So, sana masubaybayan nyo yung storya ni Rafa at Stella. At I'm sure mahahappy kayong lahat.
Ayan, Gino.
Yeah. As exactly what Elise said, first of all, thank you everybody for making us number one on iFlix. And for those who haven't watched, it's a good way to, take a step back, relax, watch it with your family, watch it with your friends, and just have a blast watching Beauty and the Boss every Friday at 8 p.m. on iFlix.
Ayan. And sa ating Pepsters naman na nanonood ngayon, nandyan lang sa ating screen sa baba ang ating social media accounts kung saan nyo kami pwedeng i-follow at maging updated. And Elise and Gina pala, para sa mga hindi pa nagpa-follow na Pepsters sa inyo, saan kayo pwedeng social media na i-follow, Elise?
Social media, sa Instagram po at Elisse Joson. Also on Twitter. And syempre sa YouTube, kahit na hindi ako very updated doon, I have videos for you guys. So, make sure to subscribe and yun, keep updated with kung ano nangyayari sa buhay ko.
Gino?
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, all those social media. And don't forget to follow Beauty and the Boss also on Instagram.
Ayun. Yeah, may sariling Instagram account ang inyong show. So, doon pwede makakuha ng updates. Ayan, thank you, Pepsters, for joining us. And thank you, Elise and Gino. Sana kayo ay nag-enjoy sa mga pa-reveal at mga chikahan natin ngayong araw. Yan. And
Thank you also.
Maraming
Salamat!
Ayan, thank you, Pepsters. And sa susunod nating Pep Exclusives, magkita tayo. Bye, everyone.